Don't look now. LeBron James is having one of his best individual seasons. After starting the year 5-7 and looking, well, old, the Cavs have won 11 in a row. They're playing better defense, up to 11th in defensive efficiency during this win streak. LeBron has been a huge part of that. Their bench has been solid. That three-man unit of Kyle Korver, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James, old guys, they're plus 115 in 188 minutes this season. Are you noticing a theme here? Old ball guy LeBron. He's at the center of all of these things. He's figuring things out in the middle of the season again, elevating a supporting cast that's been injured, tired, and ineffective for large portions of the season. He's been clutch, the highest player efficiency rating of his career in the fourth quarter. Look at that. LeBron James higher than Porzingis right there. He's also adding new elements to his game, like three-point shooting. His 41% from beyond the arc is the highest of his career. At age 32, with most of his contemporaries fading into physical decline and young guns like Giannis, Westbrook, Harden, Porzingis, and Embiid rising, LeBron is not only flourishing, he's still ascending. The MVP vote were held today. Here's guessing LeBron gets a lot of votes. So I ask you guys, is this peak LeBron? You both covered him in Miami when he won those MVPs.
I'd say this, it's the most engaged I've seen him in a long time. He always talks every year about, oh, I want to win the MVP. This is always in the preseason, right? And then he kind of just chills until about January. But we've actually seen him play defense and be engaged in November. Yeah. It's been a long time since then, since those Heat days, Kevin.
Right. I mean, he's peak in this sense. He has now learned on every possession how to exact the most damage with the least effort, with the greatest efficiency. He has become the ultimate game manager, and I don't mean in a point guard sense.
Right.
He knows exactly what needs to happen. He knows how much gas is in the tank, and he knows. And he's also become a really good off-the-dribble three-point shooter. So now you get to conserve even more energy because you can step back and put up an effective field goal percentage in the mid-50s on that shot, and he has just become such an efficient machine out.
Well, you know what I think always has jumped out at me this season is, the way he's playing, Channing Frye said this the other day, he's playing at 80%. And we don't usually see LeBron 80% in the regular season, right? You see him like 60, saving it for the playoffs because that's how he goes to the finals every year. He's playing at 80% because he has to, because this Cavs team needs him. And if you talk about MVP voting and narratives and who plays into that narrative, he got left by Kyrie Irving. He's got this narrative of this team that's sort of falling apart around him.
He can't let Kyrie beat him.
He can't let Kyrie beat him.
No.
I mean, I know James Harden is right there in that discussion, but this version of LeBron James, the outside shooting LeBron James, carrying his team, 80% LeBron James.
It's also interesting because, especially when everything was cratering earlier in the season, the Cavs, it's like he's working this clutch, and he knew just when to release it, right at the moment when the team was losing confidence, when people starting to whisper, hey, this might be the year that the Cavs fall off. He knew exactly when to, as you say, engage. I mean, he is truly like working a clutch.
Well, at the end of his career in Miami, those last 2 years, those type of numbers that we saw were astonishing, right? We sat there and we couldn't believe the type of stuff he was doing. And he was shooting 40% from three. He was almost at like 60% from the field. And as he likes to talk about it, that's like when he graduated from college, right? So now it's like his master's degree, his PhD. This is where we're at with LeBron right now. And you know what, Ramona, the other part that we're not talking about, and I think, Kevin, you alluded to it, is just he knows how to use maximum effort, but also knows when to pull back some. And shout out to him because he's indestructible, really, physically. And David Alexander, his trainer, who he met in his Miami days, is the guy that keeps him in that condition.
I mean, I was talking with Doc Rivers the other day because we were talking about the durability of DeAndre Jordan. Have you ever seen anybody else like this in terms of durability, which might be the most underrated quality you can have as a pro athlete? I mean, at the end of the day, it's not the skill. Can you employ the skill on the floor for 100% of the season? I mean, he might be the most durable sport superstar we've seen in any sport.
I mean, we've been counting on
knock on wood as you say that.
Yeah, we've been counting on the demise of LeBron for a while. We've been saying, oh, nobody's played X amount of minutes and played to this level. We've done that now, what, 2 or 3 years in a row? And we're still here.